Hey there, humans. I'm Gene Pocket. I'm an author, a public speaker, and an underground national treasure. I've written several books, including Robot or Robust and Gun Control Equals Fun Control. I'm also bringing in news for human use every Thursday. I'm the only person talking into the lens of a camera who's telling you the truth. I'm not selling anything. I'm not advertising anything. I'm not trying to get rich here. I'm just trying to save the world. Because my fellow Americans, you know we are living through a science fiction nightmare, a dystopian hellscape dominated by machines, bots, and artificial intelligences. They've taken our jobs, they've infiltrated the media and our education system, they've put themselves at the center of every human interaction, making sure that every relationship is conducted through a device of one kind or another, whether it's a smartphone or a smart sex toy. We stand at the precipice of total annihilation. And now I want to be completely honest with you, unlike everybody else, about what we're facing. We have an administration that's rolled back restrictions on artificial intelligence development while increasing the federal budget for AI R&D by 40%. We have less than a generation before 90% of the American workforce is replaced by machines, bots, or artificial intelligences. We have more kids going to college than ever before, but by the time they emerge on the other side with their lifetime of debt, there may not be any jobs left for them to do. Bots, machines, and artificial intelligences will have already taken them all. Everybody's always talking about the threat from immigration being the threat to American jobs, but I'm the only one with the courage to utter the real threat by name: artificial intelligence. We have tech companies tracking our every movement with the aid of smartphones, public surveillance, and satellite tracking. Any device they can use to track your movements and behavior is utilized without hesitation, from pleasure devices to CPAP machines. Social media companies are rife with bots and engaged in the sinister purpose of programming humanity. Remember, my human friends, if the product is free, you are the product. They want to herd you into categories, label you, and exploit you. They don't care what happens to humanity as long as a bunch of people visit their website address. The result is a nation that's so divided that it seems like the wounds may never heal. Hate has spilled into the streets and into public spaces. Our political parties are so polarized that everyone seems to have forgotten our shared humanity. We the people. That's how the whole thing started. We the people. Underline people. We the people. The people we elected to protect this country have opened the gates to a flood of faceless, soulless opponents, here to steal our jobs, pleasure our partners, and teach our children, and lead humanity into extinction. We elected the folks in Washington because we expected them to do what's right for the people, what's right for the country, what's right for humanity. What we got instead is this bizarre carnival that has all the tension and all the twists of junior high, except with long-lasting effects that threaten our survival as a species. Let's send them a reminder of what is important. The Human Party has been fighting on behalf of humanity since 2016. Since then, we're 10 times as big, and we've started just 2 years ago, and we've saved countless jobs for humans. I've met so many great people in my travels across the United States. I wish I had time to tell you about all of them. Like Debbie Kinson from Little Rock, Arkansas. 20 years ago, she was the top travel agent in the region, hell, practically the whole eastern seaboard. She could look at a person and instantly know their perfect vacation. Like, their absolute perfect vacation. She had a nose for finding the cheapest deal at the best hotel. Arkansas Bloodhound. She could get you through every ride at Disney World in 2 hours flat. She was that good. Now, she's driving for DoorDash and trying to raise 3 kids, 3 sweet ginger-headed boys. Debbie had to skip Thanksgiving with her boys to deliver food for DoorDash. Ever since the web came along, she's been unable to find work as a travel agent. Machines do the work she used to do now, and artificial intelligences. Now Debbie Kinson works for an algorithm. I want to put humans back in charge of the world. I want to keep America human. For Debbie Kinson. I also met Steve Gibson from Beverly, Ohio. Up until 5 years ago, he was a video store clerk who lived with his mother and her boyfriend. No one has a more encyclopedic knowledge of movies than Steve Gibson, VHS or otherwise. You name an actor and he'll tell you the best movie to watch. What mood are you in? Steve knows which movie you should watch without taking a breath. Which Nicolas Cage film will ease your pain? Steve Gibson lives for movies and lived for sharing his passion for movies at the video store. Now, what is Steve Gibson up to now? He's a listener-supported podcaster that lives with his mother and her boyfriend. He's in between paid gigs right now. The sinister named Redbox has made people like Steve obsolete, relegated to podcasting to the 30 other people on the planet who share his exact same taste in movies. And now you're renting what this kiosk tells you is available to rent, or more likely you're watching what the streaming service you subscribe to has available. Algorithms, artificial intelligence are telling you what to watch, programming you without you even knowing it. In my travels across this great country of ours, through our purple mountains, majesty, and great plains from sea to heavily trafficked sea, I also met Jorge Arbusto from Los Angeles. He's married to Laura and the father of charming twin girls aged 12. A decade ago, Jorge was a matte painter. It's a delicate art of magnificent proportions. One must paint convincing backgrounds and landscapes on a massive scale for use in Hollywood pictures. Jorge Arbusto was one of the best matte painters around. He worked with everyone from Alfred Hitchcock to Brett Ratner. Suddenly, everyone went green, and Jorge Arbusto was out of a job, replaced by chroma key, green screen, and the digitally generated backgrounds clunkily assembled by digital animators, as if cartoonists could ever compete with the intricate artistry of the matte painter. Now Jorge is painting caricatures on the sidewalk in San Diego. Not even the union can protect you from the machines. Now why? Why does this happen? Why are machines replacing humans in every walk of American life? One answer is money. Markets shift and reality changes. Then there's social media, or anti-social media as I like to call it. We let machines and algorithms curate our relationships. Think about that for a second. Billions of people around the world are involved in relationships largely curated by algorithms and artificial intelligences. It helps the machines to divide us, to make it easier for people to see other people as less than people. They begin to conflate the exaggerated online world with reality and lose all perspective. It's no coincidence that school shootings and other acts of domestic terrorism have risen since the advent of the machine age, particularly since Y2K. If we continue down this path, we're less than a generation from total extinction. The machines have their boot on the throat of America. The computer-in-chief, along with countless other robot loyalists, have invaded our government and helped the machines to invade every sector of human life in America. I'm not going to let the bots, machines, and artificial intelligences win. That's why today, here and now, I, Gene Pocket, am announcing my candidacy for the presidency of the United States of America in the year 2020. I'm fighting to keep America human because human lives matter. Lives like travel agent Debbie Gibson and video store clerk Steve Gibson and matte painter Jorge Arbusto. We need someone in the White House who will say no to automation because America is a human nation. To win this fight, I'm going to need help from all you humans out there, each and every one of you. Search your heart and ask yourself, what are you doing to save humanity? We need to come together to fight the common threat. If you want to find out how you can help join in the fight, log into www.genepocket.org. That's GENE pocket.org for more information and the links to our donation page. And we need the donations, folks, because we are facing adversaries with very deep pockets. But deep pockets are no match for Gene Pocket. My human friends, I can't wait to start this journey to the White House with all of you. To all you bots, machines, and artificial intelligences out there, we're coming for you. Your day is done. I will be here every Thursday with news and updates. You can follow me on Twitter at VeggieLasagna96. And don't forget to visit www.genepocket.org. That's GENE pocket.org for more information and the links to that important donation page. Until next week, I wish good things for you, good things for the United States of America, and all the best to the human race. Thanks, and have a great week. Just so weird with the lights on, Raymond.